Here's head coach Mike Heimerman. The Demons and Lady Demons heading to Texas A&M on Saturday to start indoor track season. And coach, it's got to be good for you guys to go over to a place where you've had a lot of team and individual success to get the season started.
Well, right now we're really just excited to start the season, I mean, we've been practicing since start of school in the fall, so it'd be nice to go somewhere other than the Walter P. Lede track complex and compete. But, we're very fortunate to get compete at Texas A&M, and it's on their day 2, which is predominantly bigger schools like Texas A&M, Texas Tech, I think they're Arizona State. So some big schools where it's some high caliber competition, and we're going to go out there and have some fun.
You guys, Adam Pennington was talking to the team. He just mentioned it. This week's about execution. And I mean, everyone who knows track knows it's a process, and you kind of get lost in the process. But this is obviously a good place to start to ramp up as you build toward late February.
Correct. Every meet that we compete at right now is a build up for indoor conference at the end of February. And, it's like we told the kids, it's a learning process. We might not run or jump or throw what we want right now, but we will at the end of February. And especially it's all a big lead up for conference and regionals at the end of May, and then hopefully nationals in June. But, so we just went out there and let everybody compete, want everybody to compete at the highest ability and just give us 100%. If we do that, then we're going to be very, very happy no matter what the marks are.
Kind of an interesting mix as always with a large roster on both sides when we're talking about two teams, a mix of veterans and some newcomers, guys like Kiev Harry, on the sprint side on the men, you've got Linnell Washington back on the women. I mean, it kind of, Anne-Marie Broussard in the pole vault on the women's side. So a lot of returning experience, but who are some newcomers maybe to keep an eye on early in the indoor season?
Well, we have quite a few. In the jumps, we have a couple new women. Orsiana Beard is going to be a very talented young lady. She was ranked top 2 in the state last year in the state of Louisiana. Then we also have on the men's side, we have Andrew Gilreath, who's a transfer from Arkansas. He's going to be a huge spot for us. In the throws, we got a set of twins, Jaimin and Diamante, that are bringing a lot of energy to the entire team, and they're a really fun tandem to work with. But there's some other ones. There's some other sprinters, Dylan Swain, to add on to Kiev Harry, you talked about it, Javen Arrington. But we have a big group on the men, and on the some more women sprinters. Erica Lister was really banged up last year, and she got to run indoor, but she didn't get to run outdoor. And Linnell Washington was hurt all outdoor, so we're just looking forward to getting those two young ladies back. They're both, I think, 1st and 3rd in conference last year in the 60. So having those two healthy, it's going to be fun. And really, like I said, I just can't wait to get to a meet and actually get to compete, and mix it up with some other people other than ourselves, because practice gets a little monotonous. I don't care what we do, and we try to have a lot of fun out here, and the kids that we have make it a lot of fun. But it's going to be neat to just travel once again and get on the road. And I know COVID is trying to rear its ugly head again, but hopefully we can keep it at bay and keep a season alive.
Well, we talked about newcomers, and I guess one thing new to your staff, Richard Fisher, working with the jump. So jump squad's going to have a much different look on and off the runway this year.
Yeah, a new coach, and really I think he's only returning 3 returners, I think, is all we have. I think he's got 9 or 10 in the group, and it's almost all newcomers. So it'll be an interesting fact. Rich has done a phenomenal job, and he's a huge recruiter right now, because he's also going to be the multis coach, and he's working with the hurdlers, and he's had a couple great signees already. I think he's already signed 4 kids for next year. So he's hit the ground running, and he's going to be a huge asset for us on the coaching staff, and he's got some big shoes to fill. Coach Stewart did a phenomenal job for us, and he just moved on to other things, and his time was well spent here. Coach the national champion, so I can't be too upset about that. But no, Coach Rich has done a phenomenal job. He's a huge addition to our staff, along with associate head coach Pennington, who's always he's one of the best sprint coaches in the nation. So I'm just lucky each year that I have him here. If I can only do as good as those two guys, we'll be pretty good.
All right, appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.